Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic, supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. Today's nightmare is the finale of Los Angeles 1952. This episode entitled Southern California Gothic. We've come a long way. We've driven a long, lost highway through the shadows of American history. And that is where it all brings us to this moment where these four misfits must save the world. I will do a quick recap in a second. But first, let's go around and let me know who you are playing, and what they feel, how they're feeling as the Squid's plan for universal squidization is occurring. We'll start with Marvin.
Alright, so hi, I'm Marvin, and today I am going to be playing this vessel, Azra, who has taken responsibility for our old friend Merle, who is now reincarnated as a small, scaly child, who's probably burning down the house where I left him right now. But that is not my concern right now. My concern is to make sure the squids don't devour us all. And hopefully, at the end of this, I can find out the principles of fatherhood.
Definitely an important motivation. Next up is Michael.
Yes, I am Michael. I'm playing Max King, the Atlantean vampire. Right now, he's kind of concerned with what happened with the sky, but all in all, it's not really ruining his day. So,
Beat sunlight, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to kind of go through this and see where it leads, because he's got promises to fulfill and people's lives to take.
Whoa.
Wait, or things? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
After that, we have Nick.
Yep, and once again, bringing back Wraith, our risen wizard and dark power user.
Yeah.
Technically. No, he's sort of like, with sort of learning that he is half of a key to this whole thing, he's wondering at the implications of this, like, and sort of wondering what he'll do after this whole thing is over, if he survives.
If he survives.
Which, according to the
see.
one shot, he's supposed to.
Valid. Same with Booker.
Yeah.
Did Wraith reappear in that one shot?
But he needs to survive long enough to have an apprentice.
Oh, you're right. That is true. Well, I mean, she could have been inspired by
That's true.
the story.
She could have been as inspired, yes.
So don't worry.
Your
It's still
heroic
open
demise.
season on you.
Yeah. Yes.
Your mortality is still in question.
That's true.
Next up
So we can't go.
is Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick. I am playing Jessie Booker Fontaine, the were/private detective, and she is not okay.
Yeah.
It's become kind of a thing for her, is that she's not okay with any of this. And now she's confronted with this eldritch abomination, this cosmic horror. She thinks the alcohol might be messing too much with her mind, and she's not certain of where we're going from here. All she knows is that she has no flask and a bottle of moonshine.
We'll have to see what happens, because we know she makes it, but
Yeah,
in what form?
it's true. Oh God.
I will do a quick, kind of a recap, and then we'll go around with those opening moves. As always with this arc, it is from the wonderful pen of our tabloid king, Manny the Mole Moulton. Hey there, cats and kittens. Manny the Mole Moulton here, devious delver of delicious degenerate dirt, trading in gaga gossip for a world-ending warning. The end times are here. So, lock the doors, twig the sauce, and say your prayers. Is it the Fakakta Four Horsemen making mucho mayhem in sunny Los Angeles? Wrong, oh dear readers. Unless those hellacious horsemen have traded in their hooves for tentacles. The real source of our city's current sunny green skies is none other than a trio of beloved cartoon characters. Iggy Monday's Good Time Goofballs. That's right. Instead of delivering delightful cut-ups on the silver screen, These cartoons are turning LA into a hell on Earth. Doesn't that just take the cake? Squeaky Squid, Sally Squid, and Cuddly Fish use some ancient cursed Kabbalah critters known as the Kliphoth as the key to open the doors of Doomsday. Thankfully, 4 hard luck heroes have stepped up to stop the world from ending. Hard-drinking, two-fisted private investigator Booker Fontaine, reigning Clubland Kaiser Max King, hard as nails Heaven Sent Headcracker Azra, and immortal mojo magnate Wraith are here to save the day. Yeah, you're just one of those immortal mojo magnates.
That's great.
Are these palookas anyone's idea of Hollywood leading men? That's a big no, dear readers. But this is Los Angeles. We know the difference between fact and cinematic fiction. And in reality, these outcasts are all we've got.
I always wonder where he gets his information as it's happening.
Me.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I was going to say a little bird told him. I guess a little bird named Booker.
Yeah. I tweeted at him.
So, let's go around and take care of those opening moves. This will start just like a few moments after the squid incursion at the end of last episode. You're still in the parking lot of Squidland. Let's go ahead and start with Booker.
Where Nash is gone. Open move. I guess I want to know what Power is up to.
The Celestial Society.
Yeah. See what's their plan in the situation.
Hopefully not doing anything tomorrow.
7. I'll take that.
You could take a debt with somebody, and they could take a debt on you.
Ooh.
They got it there.
What is it? It's a beat over
Am I right? Is this? I have bond. Oh, it's okay. Still. I guess I want to take a. The angel, I guess, but I mean, I don't know how well this is gonna come into play right now.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, if you got to know Goody Pruitt a little bit,
Yeah, I'd say so.
calling her so that you guys kind of owe each other.
Yeah.
Sort of forging a sisterhood there. I can see that. Okay. Next up, how about Wraith?
Let's check in on Knight, see if they're either willing or able to assist us or something in any way.
Okay, that's fair. But
Yes.
not who all. Nope. That's real bad.
Nope.
All right, you have no idea what they're up to.
You should have just asked me.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Max.
I am going to roll with mortality because the only one I have unchecked, so I don't really have a choice.
Hey, that's important. See what the police are up to. The Oddity Squad.
I have no clue.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. You're gonna be caught
Well,
flat-footed.
that's a 5, but still.
Let's see.
But hey, I get to choose an advance or choose another move. So I'll just go ahead and retire my character to safety. Oh wait,
Yeah, a little
a
prematurely.
little premature.
A little
Let's-
bit. Just a bit.
And bring out a whole
I'll
new
pick something
character,
else.
Max King Jr.
Yeah, I'll pick something else. And then for the Vamp's Web,
I mean, you can
sorry,
just
to
hold
put,
up.
sorry to put you on the
That's
spot,
fine.
but I'm gonna.
You can also just hold up to the end of the episode because that's what I did with Patrick, the constable.
Yeah, but
Let's
I don't
go.
know if it's gonna make it that
Granted.
long. So
Yeah, hold that thought.
for the Vampire's Web, I'm gonna put you on the spot, Patrick.
Oh, great.
Have Booker give me yet another secret.
Oh my gosh. She's been feeding information to Manny the Mole based on what she feels is necessary to keep the supernatural world in check. And keep people at least aware in the back of their minds, even if they think it's total fake. I think it's false.
Good to know.
So I'm trying to combat through propaganda, essentially.
Good to know.
And then finally, how about Azra?
Alright. I'm going to check in with the American yokai, see if they can help us out in any way.
Oh, all right. That's with Wild.
Yep.
You can buck the trend. It's been pretty miserable so far.
That's a 9.
That's something.
9?
9.
Okay. Do you want to maybe owe a debt to one of them, and they owe a debt to you, so you can kind of call that in.
Yeah, sure.
Ask for assistance. Okay, would you like to be like Johnny Kappa? Mina, the ninja, is kind of left town. You could get the debt on her, or on Kit Kajiwara, who was their leader, the Kitsune.
Yes, I think Miss Kajiwara would be the most useful out of them.
All right, so we could say you're spending a little more time in little Tokyo, getting to know her, working together. All right, very cool. So we're gonna, when I say iris in, cut. You can't cut to because we haven't cut away from anything. We begin with you four cruising away in a special modified police car with a radio. You've been just officially deputized by William Parker, the police chief, to help put an end to the terror that is erupting all throughout Los Angeles. And as you're cruising away from Squidland, you get the first call. 10:30 in Griffith Park. Respond immediately. As you guys zoom over there, you are zooming under oily green skies. You come to Griffith Park, the Mulholland Fountain in particular. Big landmark, this big circular fountain, lots of white water shooting up. And right now, emerging from that water, is a host of tentacles. The fountain is pretty shallow, so these tentacles are just sort of sprouting out of the liquid itself without being connected to something else. Or there's some sort of odd portal there. And currently, the men of the Oddity Squad, including Captain Halloran, are engaged in battle with these tentacles. So, who is driving this car?
Does anyone know how to drive?
Yes, I do.
That
I
is
guess
good.
I'm driving. I'll probably know the
How-
quickest way
how
up
are
there.
you- How are you feeling, Booger?
Sober. I hate it.
No, I mean how were you?
Oh, I didn't take a whole lot of damage the last time around. I just have like burn scars and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, once
That's
you
not
stop, once we get there, I'll give you something to help with your soberness.
All right, so Booker,
Not while you drive.
I don't think I really need that right about now.
are we pulling over?
To help with the situation? Do we stop and do try to keep on going to figure out where the squids are? I mean,
Would this really help anything?
well, Helen probably. I mean, the Odyssey Squad wouldn't die. I mean, they're also a bunch of a-holes.
No, you're just gonna leave him here?
I don't know. Someone else in the crew. I mean, me personally, as Booker, wants to stop and help because that's the right thing to do.
Well, you're not making much of a case for it.
You are.
I don't like Halloran. I think he's a
All right.
crooked a-hole.
So Booker votes to
Yeah, let's help.
stay, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys? What's the?
It's fine by me.
I'll try to see if I actually do want to help them. By serving my instinct to serve the powerful. That is an 11 to resist my instinct. So I'm okay with leaving them here.
Okay, but the question is, would it have any better lead on where the squids are than this? I guess we are pulled over at the moment, debating whether we go and help. The
I
problem is,
guess.
where are the squids actually?
Let's go find out. Right there. There's one.
There's some squids up out of the car.
We're just going to ask the tentacles.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's. I pull the hammer back, like, yeah, let's go ask it nicely.
Well, it's not like they don't have mouths. They have many.
They have beaks, technically.
I mean, on the tentacles themselves.
Are the mouths on the tentacles? As I'm looking
Weird-
at them,
From
squinting
your angle,
soberly.
you see weird disembodied tentacles. But as you are emerging from your car, Halloran and his men are running back to you. Halloran's like, there you are, boyo. And Mr. King, I remember our arrangements from last time.
And couldn't quite let you die before we get that. Now let's take care of this thing.
Please do. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go seek some assistance. I'll leave you here to handle the wildlife, shall we say?
Coward.
No, I'll be there with reinforcements.
Are you sure?
Somehow I doubt this.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
I'm
All
just-
right, ta-ta.
Just like, I guess we're hoping.
The Oddity Squad and him are, and Howler and the ID Squad are pulling back.
I mean, couldn't some of the guys at least stay and help us fight?
Could you give us some guns?
Give me a persuade.
Or no, buddy.
I mean, if you really want us to fight this, and you are trusting this with this, it would be in your best interest to give us some form of help.
That's fair.
And we'll just use Hideous Visage on him.
Oh, I see. Okay, trying to scare him with that. I like it.
Ooh,
Dang.
Sounds like a pretty good roll.
that's a 13. With spirit.
Nice. Okay, he's like, well, I'll never be someone who's accused of abandoning their friends. And he points to the trunk of a nearby police cruiser, which has a bunch of armaments in there.
Yes.
Take what you will.
Including the cruiser.
So you want the whole thing?
Yes.
He throws you the keys.
Thank you.
And you can't say anything nice to you. All right, farewell.
Goodbye,
Before
coward.
he goes, I'm going
What just happened?
so before he goes, I would like to very slyly see if I can pluck a little bit of his hair.
This might be a keep your cool.
Okay.
See if you're avoiding getting spotted.
Not bad for you.
That's neat.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe you do it, but he'll notice it.
Okay.
Will you accept that?
Sure, I'll see how he reacts.
Okay. He plays it off like he didn't notice.
Okay.
But you can tell he's like you can tell he did.
Just a precaution.
Even though he doesn't like say anything. He's actually heading out. Running over to some other call box. Alright. The tentacles are reaching out towards you guys. What are we doing?
Can I kind of take the survey? Can I survey the situation and try to figure out why this place?
Sure. Okay.
Would that be a investigate place and power?
Yes.
Ooh,
and the
wild.
keys are wild. Yeah, the goofballs.
Nope. Nothing.
How much is
Yeah,
that?
you're not totally sure. I said,
I grab a shotgun from the trunk of the other car. Well, hopefully bullets do something.
Feel free to help yourselves to anything in the cruiser.
I already did. Because I'm walking towards the tentacles.
alright. In fact, those tentacles,
Yes.
I want... Booker, I want you to roll a keep your cool.
Oh,
Those
great.
tentacles will try and get you before you get them.
That's a 12.
Nice.
Oh, man. The tentacle swoops over. How do you avoid it?
I just blow it apart with a shotgun blast.
Alright, I like that. Yeah, just gunk flies everywhere. This tentacle is destroyed.
Well, bullets do something at least. Surprised.
Alright, what are the rest of you guys doing?
Doing some channeling.
Jan 1.
People just kind of go around
Apparently,
this way for this
apparently
one.
moving stuff out of the car. Because he picked up what Azra was putting down.
Please, take anything out of it before it's gone.
Alright.
About to destroy a landmark.
Whoa. Alright, what is Wraith doing?
Let's do... So it's coming from a fountain.
Yeah.
Let's do a localized sort of lightning blast in the area of the fountain.
Whoa. That's a cool idea.
So basically I'm using elementalism to do a to harm close area unleash.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do dark arts. So that's 5, 4, 9, 11.
Whoa. Alright, you just stand back, blasting with a whole bunch of lightning. Those tentacles are getting fried. It's certainly a very calamari experience in there.
Smells good.
I wish I could smell.
They're not quiet out. Max, what are you doing?
Instead of just moving everything out of the car, because just hearing what Azra was saying and taking him for at his word, he's moving all the weapons that were left in the trunk. To the other
Alright.
trunk.
Oh, okay.
Stands the
You could
shot.
say it's like investigating a place of our mortality.
No, I mean, I'm not going to make you roll to, like, take stuff out of a trunk.
Oh, okay.
That seems pretty, like, you
well-
know, anybody can do it.
Well, I was just trying to do it quickly before that happened. Anyway, you know what? While I'm doing that, But you know what? Let me go ahead and investigate the place of power as well while I'm here.
Okay.
That'll be that was wild.
Yes.
That'll be an 11.
Nice. Okay. You realize it probably this place isn't particularly important. It's just like the veil between the worlds is growing thinner. So these eldritch beings are bursting through like wherever they can. And this happens to be one of their eruption points. But there's no real importance to the area itself.
Gosh.
All right, Azra, what are you doing?
So this place isn't important, you say, Max?
Nope. It is
I mean,
not.
it's a cultural landmark, but
They won't miss it. I'm going to throw,
Oh man,
I'm
I'll
going
take
to
the
throw
Mulholland
cruiser
Fountain.
into the fountain.
Nice. Look,
Or
that guy
at
was
the
the villain in Chinatown, or like the basis for them. So screw his fountain. Okay. Is there a creative movie you would like to do for this? I mean, I could see it be let it out.
Could be tear it down, smash through scenery to get at something I want.
Yes, I like that one
All right.
because you're ultimately smashing, and like what you want is death for these tentacles.
Yes. So let's tear it down.
guys, I'm a
Letting it play.
I'm okay with
That is a
that.
heavy dice.
That was a really great roll.
Because it did roll.
You have rolled so
13.
many like that. This is like your third of the night. You've only rolled like 3 times.
All right, this fountain's gone. The car just you battering ram it. Cement is destroyed. Water is going everywhere. The tentacles just sort of rip free, are like spinning, dripping their goo as they pinwheel through the air and splatter all around you. And now there's like a big pool of water going around Azra. The police car just wedged, smashed into the fountain.
These
standing in front of
tentacles are
him.
probably just flying.
However, Booker, I want you to roll me to keep your cool.
Yeah,
Appropriate.
appropriate.
Well, something
That's
bad
an
is
8. That's an 8.
not. Okay.
So something bad's gonna happen, but I'm not dead. So
I would say you take 1 level of harm
okay, I'm agree.
as Cuddly Fish's fist. Cuddly Fish is this like the other squids in a mascot costume. His is kind of like a weird calico, Raggedy Andy sort of look to it. Lots of like different colors of cloth. Always a little slick all over him. And he's the I don't know, the Pluto of the group. He never talks in the shows. He just kind of does stuff. Right now he's making a horrible grinding, burbling noise as he just smashes you with his two limbs, sends you flying. So you like get some pretty bad bruises as you hit the grass.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't healed since the last time, since it's literally just happened. So yeah, I'm into Grievous now, guys.
That's why I asked in the beginning.
Well, you asked the wrong person. I was already into Grievous.
Yeah, he's worse off than me.
All right, Wraith, he's charging you. What do you do?
Yeah, that's. Seeing as there's no like true.
Excuse me.
He may be going after me, but I'm going to be nice and just do cast shield for everyone. So using 2 of my channel. So everyone gets +1 armor.
Could use it a second ago.
Didn't know he was there.
Didn't know.
All right, Wraith, I want you to roll to keep your cool.
Sure.
Great for you.
10.
Okay, how do you avoid his charge?
I think basically as I finish casting, if you'll allow me, it basically just sort of he bounces off of the invisible force of the shield.
Oh, nice. Just like make the shield. He slams into it.
Yeah.
You can see his tentacles like coming up, the suckers pressing against this shield you've made in the air. And he's definitely distracted for the moment. Max, what are you doing?
Well, I will roll to see how many vigilante moves I get. And that's going to be none, apparently. I don't even know what.
I think you get at least 1.
Yeah, so. Well, that for me is a 6, anyways. I get a 1. Yeah, so. I just take
You
a
can't just
negative. I
murder
just take
everybody.
a -1. Yep. I just take a -1 forward. So. I'm going to go ahead and just spend that one, since that's the one I get, and grab onto him and mark corruption and use my eternal hunger. And that paired with my corruption move of adaptive palate, or adaptable palate, and see what happens.
Whoa.
So that'll be blood again, which will be a 10.
Dang.
Okay,
for
so
that,
what?
That is a... On a 10 plus, I choose 3 things, so I'm going to heal 1 harm, because, might as well. Then I'll learn a secret about them, and I'll take a +1 to counteract that -1 that I just got.
Oh, cool.
So that eliminates the -1 going forward. So that's my 3 things. The 4th choice is they don't die, but I don't choose that. So. It doesn't mean they do die. It just means that.
Yeah, I would say with that kind of roll, he's really hurt. He was not expecting this to happen. A lot of his bizarre life force is taken into you, and he drops down. You can see the color is draining out of his weird cuttlefish tentacles and body.
Was he in color? For some reason, I always pictured him black and white.
Black and white. I mean, they're like muted color. He had some color. Now it's
Like
getting even more.
pastels.
Now he's becoming black and white. He's going from later full color Disney to Steamboat Willie style. Oh yeah, of course. The secret you learn is that once again, the squids are particularly worried about Azra and about Wraith. Because they're what's the word? The way that they are made, like of other dimensions, lets them kind of make portals to those dimensions that can get rid of the squids.
Oh.
So he is.
Share that information with those 2 real quick.
Yeah. So he is like severely wounded at this point. All right, Azra.
So to banish him permanently.
Yeah, I mean, his physical form could also be destroyed. But yeah, to banish him permanently.
Very well. Keep holding him down, Max. Rafe, I will need your help on this. And I'm going to let it out. Let's see what happens. That's an 11.
Doesn't that conduit activate?
It's only on a 12, I believe.
Which you could, if you help me, go to a 12.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
Can I assist?
Well, he already asked.
Oh,
Ray.
does he have to assist?
Well, you already asked.
Oh, no, I'm just saying if he was doing the conduit move.
No. Anyway, in this radius.
With
Sweet.
wild?
With wild, yeah.
Shoot.
That's still a success.
Still
That's
success.
7. Yeah, okay.
7 does it.
So
Yeah,
bump
you-
that
you-
up to a
Which makes
12.
Bumps it up to 12.
Okay,
So,
the advanced move.
Yep. Your powers or abilities manifest in an unexpectedly useful way. Mark corruption to make that manifestation permanent. So, if you wish.
Alright. So, let it out.
How'd that work for you?
Take definite hold of something vulnerable and exposed. Can I use that to banish the cuttlefish?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, he's vulnerable and exposed after what Max just did.
And I'll take 1 corruption to make it permanent.
Whoa.
How's
Would
that
like
work,
your
though?
banishing power
So would you
permanent?
lose a redemption point for that?
No, I take damage.
Oh, you take damage. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't have corruption, so I just take damage.
Yeah.
Azra, would you like, when you said make permanent, are you saying permanently banish cuttlefish?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
All
that's
right.
not really not really an unexpectedly useful way, technically, if you really think about it. But it's sort of.
Maybe I'll say like this ability to, when you banish him, you do gain the ability to sort of like shift into Shangri-La.
Huh.
Because you get more in touch with yourself, as in the stone that makes up your body, which is from Shangri-La. So you could like teleport yourself there eventually. I mean, or anytime if you try, or teleport other people into other kind of dimensions.
So it's like I gain a connection to Shangri-La from this.
Yeah, or you realize the connection you always had.
Huh. So portal hopping.
Yeah. All right. So with that, Squeaky, like, what do you think this looks like? As how does it look like when you're banishing him?
The Buddha himself basically comes through Azra. And it's like Be gone, vile creature. And he just, like, pushes them out of reality or something.
Whoa, it's like a quick smash. He just fades away into nothing. Alright, Cuddly Fish drifts over and vanishes. And then you guys hear some boots crunching on the grass. As you look over, it is Captain Halloran coming back.
Huh.
And he's like,
True to his
well,
word.
looks like you boys did yourselves a fine job. I do apologize about Cuddly Fish catching wind of where you were, but...
Oh, how that happened.
Well, let's just say I had to be sure I was backing the fastest pony.
I hate you so much.
Does anyone actually know what his game is?
His game?
Yes.
His game is to come out on top.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Whose side am I on? It happens to be the strongest. Or perhaps I'll say it more clearly. The side that I'm on is my own.
I believe we figured that out a while back.
So as long as you keep winning, our agreement will stand.
Very well.
Agreement. Who agreed to anything with him?
I did.
Exactly, Mr. King.
And what is the agreement, Max?
I'll tell you on the way. We gotta go.
Oh yes, back into your car. If I'm not mistaken, your radio's squawking.
We sure did.
All right, farewell. I'm certain we'll meet again.
As soon as we're in the car, I was like, I was this close to shooting with a shotgun shell. I want him dead so
Not
badly.
worth it.
Traitor.
Well, as you were going in,
We have bigger fish to fry.
It is alright. He's stranded now.
Ha, fish. Oh my god, bye.
the radio is perhaps talking about some of those bigger fish right now. You can tell the dispatcher is a little confused. We have a major 311 and 415 at the Bradbury building. A little strange. You guys can go check it out.
I'm not familiar with those codes. Which one?
Michael, you want to give us the exact ones? You know them?
I don't know the 311 one because I gave you the list from 1955. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a little different now.
Okay. One of them is like public disturbance. The other one is public nudity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gaskins.
Oh, how'd you know? All right. So, are you guys cruising right over to the Bradbury building?
Sure.
This is a weird day.
It's about to get weirder.
Yeah, I bet so.
Well, on the way there, I'm gonna mark corruption twice,
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say,
and
you want
you
to be on
guys
the way.
can heal.
How much? Did you just get one?
Was it one?
You heal too.
Oh,
Oh wow.
sick.
Back out into even my burn scars have healed.
Is it just the fleshy creatures?
I mean, if it's the Fey magic thing, then it might be both, depending on how you interpret Fey magic.
Well, how hurt are you?
2 arm.
Well, I just mark correction 4 times in one thing. Why not?
It is alright. You don't need to.
Fixed you
I'm
anyway.
going to pick up a rock.
Fixed
and
you
eat
anyway.
it.
He's gonna start eating some gravel.
I think
yeah.
you, Azra, do you have like a crazy move lets you do that?
Yeah.
No, it's actually
yeah,
what it
it's
is.
a vessel
now.
move, yeah.
It's one of my things.
Yeah.
Once per session, I can heal 2 harm by consuming a copious quantity of the materials of which I am made. Of the materials of which I am made, which is not earthly rock.
I mean,
Apparently, I can't do that.
I think he honestly
Ah.
Maybe reach into Shangri-La and
just start yanking out stone.
Just consume the very stairs of Shangri-La.
Yeah.
well, it's a rum, so it doesn't have to be the actual like made stone.
I feel like I'm just violating something sacred by doing that.
Well,
I'll tell you what. Why don't you really keep your cool and we'll see if you can eat earthly stone and heal you that way. When in doubt, roll it out.
That's a 9.
All right, maybe you heal 1 harm.
On 1? Okay.
You munch on some macadam. It's not quite as good as those good Shangri-La flagstones, but it will do.
Eating some of the concrete from the the fountain.
Yeah.
And when
Yummy,
you heal, it
yummy.
feels like electricity just running over your wounds, and then
Is that what that feels like?
interesting.
Like electricity. Is that what you normally feel when you cast your magical things? when you do your spell casting? Your magic?
I feel my magic is knowing its origin. I believe it is different from most other arcane users.
I don't
I
have a
don't
whole
use
lot of
magic.
experience, so I have no idea.
For me, it's more of a feeling of cold, darkness.
Ooh.
That sounds unfortunate.
A little bit, but I've gotten used to it.
Even
So,
worse.
you pull up at the Bradbury building. Yeah, some kind of worrisome stuff from Wraith there.
I know.
And from where his magic hails from.
Yeah.
It is, of course, this famous kind of Art Deco sort of office building that appeared in Blade Runner, so many other great movies, known for its fantastic staircases. The Bradbury Building has been an LA landmark since its creation in the 1890s. All gilded balustrades covered in delicate filigree, crisscrossing stairwells and causeways, and a big courtyard alive with leafy plants. Now it's housing something new and nude. An all-naked ritual of a Celestial Society. About a dozen Celestial Society members stand around a silver cauldron held over a burning blue-white fire built over a complicated angular design chalked on the ground. Leading the ritual, Grover Gosford Gaskins, holding a small, scaly bundle in his hands above the cauldron. Marjorie Parsons and her husband, Jack, have just arrived from the stairwell, both clearly upset. Gigi, no power is worth this, Marjorie cries. She advances. Put the dragon down. Gaskins glares back. You two never understand the truth of the stars. Power is always worth it.
You motherfuckers.
I want to attempt to. I'm gonna rack another shotgun shell into the round, and there's fire in the air to distract Gaskins in this particular moment with a confident shotgun blast. I don't care if I damage the ceiling or a wall or whatever. I want him frightened at this moment.
Yeah, by all means, let's demolish more great LA landmarks.
You know,
Yes.
when you're on a roll, you're on a roll. So
You want to just blow up the... Well, I think some more might get demolished by the time this is over.
so that's a 10 total
Nice.
Whoa.
for a mislead, distract, or trick.
Oh, awesome. Okay. I was going to ask which one you think that would fit for.
I'm going to, since I have now +3 on that, I'm going to create an opportunity for someone to go grab the bundle of scales, confuse them for some time, and expose a weakness or flaw. I want to see how Gaskin reacts to shotgun shells being fired near him personally.
Yeah, he's terrified.
All right, now, there's no need to do anything stupid. Why are you all naked?
They're just like crying, yelling, just ducking down.
Calm down, it's only a shotgun shell or wreck another one.
Oh, whoa, no. Gaskin's totally distracted. Is,
And with that, I teleport next to him.
Oh! A little too close for comfort there.
The
Nice
dragon-
teleportation.
The dragon,
spell.
if you please. And I'm slowly putting my hand on my sword.
Okay. I will say thanks to his mislead distractor trick, which, I'll say it's kind of like an intimidation thing. If you do persuade and roll a 7 to 9, 7 or up, he will give you the dragon.
Hello. Straight 8.
Okay, yeah. I will treat that as a success. Total success. Thanks to that, creating an opportunity. Alright, so he's like, alright, I'm doing it. No need to draw your blade, sir, but let me ask you this. What do you think you're accomplishing by keeping the dragon from the ritual? Don't you understand what I'm doing here? I'm saving the world!
By destroying an entity that I believe, if I am not mistaken, once this dragon is destroyed, so will you and everyone in the area.
I have 2 words for you, sir. Poppy cock. The ritual I'm
Such a learned
condo-
man, you know nothing.
You know nothing,
Rude.
GG Gaskins.
The ritual that I'm committing here will conserve the elements of the dragon's destruction, binding it into a cage, so then they can hold the Clipoth. Don't you understand? The Clipoth are more than just the key. They are destruction itself, or power. And this dragon here, well, its bones, perhaps, or the energies caused by its demise, will allow me to withhold that power. This might be the only way to contain the Qliphoth, unless we could find some other host. Mr. Wraith, I will ask you, sir, return the dragon hatchling and let me continue the ritual. And you can hear Jack being like, Don't do it, Wraith. It's an innocent creature.
At this point, can I tear it down and just walk through this entire place to get at it?
I mean, you're like
It's
inside already.
It's not just me you have to convince.
No, I mean, I'm gonna walk through
Basically,
the
as
ritual.
he's walking through the ritual, I'm basically like, Mr. Gaskins, it's not just me you have to convince.
He has to convince its dad.
Who's
All
coming
right.
for him?
You come walking through.
Let's see how it goes. 6, 8. So on an 8, I smash through the scenery and get what I want, but I'm disoriented in the follow-up actions on this. Or I take something with me. I don't know what else I could take besides the cauldron itself.
Good.
Is this roll to like burst in, rescue
Yes.
the hatchling, and get out?
Or just at least get my hatchling back.
All right, I will see the hatchling back. I think maybe arriving disoriented might be the one that makes the most sense. You don't really want to carry anything with you. Get you in there.
Nah.
Okay, so you just like burst through. You like hurl the cauldron aside. You're like stepping. You kick aside some of these naked worshippers.
That's uncalled for.
It is duly and called for, Booker. That is the scaly child that I am raising.
Yeah, but you don't need to kick innocent people. Just kick Gaskin.
Look at them. Do they really seem innocent? to
They
you?
look like they're idiots.
Idiots. Yes, not innocent.
Jack's like, well, this is more of this. You don't need to be rude.
You
So I
shut
apologize.
up.
Look here, whatever your name is, Parsons. Sorry,
Yeah. Oh,
you're talking to a generously 2-ton object.
I entrusted
Sorry,
you
1
with
ton
his
object.
safety. Specifically you. And I go to, what's her name again?
Marjorie.
Marjorie Parsons.
Specifically you, Marjorie. What happened?
Yeah, she looks miserable. She's like, I turned my back for 1 second. Gaskin snuck in here. And you can tell she's been like, this has been building in her mind for a bit. Gaskins, and she like turns to her husband. Gaskins is a leech. He's just been over here trying to steal your worshipper, steal your power, and now he stole your dragon. He shouldn't be here anymore. Kick him out. Gaskins is like, you need to... Bitch, stop talking!
Oh, I immediately
Wow.
fire another shotgun shell in the sky.
Ah!
Now, there's no need for that language there.
I would say there is. He's getting
Oh.
like red in the face and angry with this.
Yeah, I'm going to.
This is an interesting situation.
Sorry. Not even to use that. I'm just gonna unleash an attack at this point
Oh man! All right.
Alright.
because
Is
he's been sitting in the background long enough, and he takes the Jotun axe that he's been keeping under his coat and just chucks it at GG Gaskins. In true generation hero and shadow, he goes for the arm with a 12.
Goes for the hand.
Oh dang!
Goes for the hand.
Yeah, we got tradition to uphold.
Poor
old
Francis
tradition.
Flood. De-handed.
Are you taking his arm?
Yes.
Okay.
So for unleash an attack, I forgot to even look here. So yes, he will be
Take something from him.
taking something from them, being his arm.
Yes.
I think you know what? I never got the stats for the axe, so I don't know how much harm it does.
Probably 3 harm.
Probably.
Blade
harm.
weapons seem to be
Yeah, 3 close.
Yeah, messy.
Well, this one's actually it's like ice damage,
Oh, yeah, I
cold
guess it would
damage.
But
And
yeah,
so-
most blades I believe are close and messy. And
Yeah, I mean it's not that messy. Just like as you cut through, it freezes right over.
Alright. That could be a special thing, yeah.
So yeah, it'll be on a hit. I inflict harm as established, and choose one. The choose one being taking something from them. That
This-
being his arm.
he is disarmed. Yeah, Gaskin just like fall down, collapses, struggling to stay conscious, tears raining down his face as he's like clutching this frozen stump.
You should really learn how to talk with women.
Whoa. His arm is just like laying there. He
Max
glares
will
up
take
at
it.
you.
There's no need for this. This is gruesome, you all.
Now, Mr. Gaskins, I would
No,
highly
this is what you're talking.
recommend rethinking your views on how the world works, and your lust for power. And as I'm saying this, my face just becomes more and more gaunt and skeleton-like. Or the powers that you seek may end up harming you more than you believe.
Gaskin stares back and he's like, I will build a new arm, and I promise you, the power that I find will make me better than you. Someday, better than all of you! And still clutching his stump, he limps his way out of the Bradbury building. He's still naked, by the way.
I'll take that one too. Asking for
Is Gaskins one of the guys who we can't kill?
Yes.
Dang.
You can't kill him now. I'm sure he's gonna have to appear in the '80s one
Dang.
in some way. I don't think he's gonna appear in the '70s one. He did appear in our 1969 one shot, so he does survive.
That's true.
I assume with like a robot, magical arm.
You probably picked up his other arm and found a way to magically reattach it.
Yeah, something like that. Or he has a weird like magical copy.
Quick, step on the arm.
But
Or maybe it was the opposite arm that Francis Flood lost, and now it's
Oh my god.
don't
Mr.
worry, he has a long, sad history of hanging out on a bunch of yachts and boats and just floating everywhere, avoiding tax evasion charges. So he's sufficiently punished, I think.
This is. Did you have to go for the arm?
What would you propose I have gone for?
I don't know. Not hacking off a limb?
Honestly,
I
think
wouldn't have
he
made
was-
my point.
And it was a good point.
Oh my god.
He's messing with things he shouldn't be messing with. First off, his hatchling.
No, I agree. No, that was messed
Second
up.
off, the power he's trying to tip into, which is the exact power we are fighting against.
We
is it
had
not?
the youngling. We had him already being disgraced and being pushed out by Parsons. We could have just left. We didn't need to cut up that extra mile and take the arm.
No, we did.
And
He
he
threatened my child.
that, and he also insulted Parsons' wife.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, it's good. That's granted. But does that warrant an arm though?
Could have cost him a leg as well.
I'm just gonna walk away at this point.
Marjorie's like, look, fellas, I appreciate the chivalry. However, Gaskins might have a point. The Cliphoth are here, and we got to figure out some way to deal with them.
We have a way to deal with them.
Oh,
Rafe and I.
and you would be willing to do that? Maybe you could send them into your respective dimensions, but I don't know the kind of cost that would bear.
Well, honestly, if what I'm gathering is the realm of that I guess my abilities hail from, I get the feeling that they would not enjoy their time there.
All right, well, why don't you better bet sending him there than sending him to Shangri-La?
Shangri-La would be, I would not wish them on Shangri-La.
Though I don't think that's where we sent the cuttlefish, was it?
No, you just kind of like kicked it back into its own dimension.
So there's still a chance it could come back. Yes, your dimension would seem the best bet, Rafe.
Marjorie's like, all right, and Jack Parsons says, very good, be aware, it will have a cost.
I'm sure.
All right, now, my wife and I may have to go put some clothes on.
Please do.
But is there anything else we can do with you before we get dressed?
Again, this is not the best place to keep a child if we are going into battle. So, I am going to give you two a chance. Keep him safe and away from Gaskins.
Marjorie says, I don't think Gaskins is coming back anytime soon.
Very well. And I'm just going to say some words to Merle. Please, you are a good boy, yes?
Doing some cute dragon baby babbling.
This too will pass, but do not worry. I will come back soon.
Did he call you Azra or Dada?
Welcome,
Or like,
Azra.
Azra!
As.
Az.
Would he have memories from his other life, though, is the question.
Yes, that's the thing.
Well, when you're a baby, you don't really have.
Yeah,
This is
memories
a-
to
this
think
is an
of.
immortal dragon soul we're
Look,
talking
when you're a
about.
baby, you don't even know where your nose goes after someone's got it.
According to like the character sheet of like what a dragon or the archetype of dragons is, I believe they don't get the memories until they realize that they're a dragon.
Yeah, but this is already a dragon. There's
Okay.
no human form. You've literally created a real dragon in this world.
Yeah, we basically reset him to 0.
I guess he might not have like enough mental cognition to remember.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
But I will leave him in your care.
Alright, Marjorie says, we'll do what we can to look after him.
Please do, or else I will be very angry.
Alright, well, best of luck, 'cause if you guys don't succeed, none of it really matters anyway.
Actually, could I do sort of like essentially a hit the streets with them to see if they have anything that might be useful in sort of helping me to channel.
Sure.
So it's oh no, 6.
Oof.
But I still level up.
Hey.
Maybe
success.
somebody could help. 6 is right on the edge
I'm
there.
not here.
It
I
is.
left.
You left?
I left.
I'm still
You
here.
took
sorry,
the
what
car?
was that?
Like, you only got the one
No,
car?
I'm outside. I didn't leave.
Oh,
I
I
left
see.
the building. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
like, no,
right.
I'm not dealing with this. I don't
What
want
are
to
you?
deal with these.
Power. Same as everything else. That'll be a 7, which is a hit, which
Yeah,
brums you to
We
7.
do 7.
Awesome.
Alright, so with the 7,
7 to 9, whatever they're doing is juggling all their own. Going to is juggling their own problems, or is more costly.
I think it's more costly. I think I'm going to go with that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Marjorie says, or actually Jack says, Wraith, I want to thank you for all the time you've been here, the society, helping us. I'm going to give you this cauldron here. This might assist you whenever rituals you do in your channeling, preparing your magic. Especially when you want to banish the Klipoth into your own dimension. There's one thing I want you to do for me when you get back.
Very well.
There's this girl over there in Pasadena who's hanging around the mansion. Some sort of teenage runaway who's kind of falling in with the society, and she is a real pain in the neck. Her name is Wanda, and apparently she thinks you're the bee's knees.
Interesting. I have not met this young girl.
She's read up all about you, even going back to your days in the Himalayas.
I did not know there was record of me there.
Oh yeah, I mean you had some. Well, this guy was in it. Anyhow.
So it's a dragon.
Yep, and a dragon. Anyhow, if you want to take her under your wing when you get back, we'd really appreciate it.
I will highly consider it. Thank you.
Okay. Her name is Wanda. And that is how you and Wanda Wraith, who will, kind of a recurring character as the story goes on, meet.
And can I use your phone?
Sure.
With that, he's going to call his club, and I'm going to use Eyes Everywhere, which is a move from a vampire clan, to get my guys out there looking for the other 2 members of that trio. So I don't remember the squid's name.
It's Squeaky and Sal.
Squeaky and Sally. So he's going to put the word out with Eyes Everywhere. And that is going to be a knight, so that is a 9. So on a hit, someone spots your target without alerting them to the hunt.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the call comes back. After a little bit of waiting, you hear that they are both at Griffith Park Observatory, where
The
apparently,
classic landmark.
of course, for you to destroy. And apparently, both of them are there, and a lot of other strange stuff is going down there.
All right, guys. They're at Griffith Park.
Very well.
He says as he go towards the car.
I'm waiting in the driver's seat. Where are we going?
Griffith Park.
Weren't we already there?
You were, but this time you're going to the observatory.
We gotta go up the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Up the hill.
I mean, can we not have checked before we left? I
we
guess.
have known. We
I
wouldn't
mean, it
have
feels
known.
like if there's stuff happening right there, I could just feel like, well, there's the observatory. Let's go check that out while we're here. As I'm already driving away.
Well,
Well, the radio told us of something else that was equally important.
And
I
it's a good
guess.
thing that we came here first.
I guess. How's your little bundle of joy?
I told him to be a good boy, and if they try giving him to strange people again, to roast them.
Great. 'Cause that's what you want to teach a dragon. To burn people.
Well, strangers at least. I don't
The
think
world is full of strangers.
I don't think he's going to burn the Parsons. But Gaskins, most definitely.
Would he be a stranger at this point? Technically?
Gaskins?
Yeah, to Merle. He wouldn't technically be a stranger.
That's if he remembers him.
Probably just literally saw him like 30 seconds ago, so I imagine so.
Hey, baby Merle doesn't remember that he's wearing a diaper or not, okay?
Is he?
Diapers. What are diapers?
You did give the baby a diaper?
Ezra doesn't know what a diaper is.
Oh no.
The Marjorie would know.
Let's hope.
So, I guess we're headed up to the top of the hill. So, any more information on what they're doing up there, or just that they're there?
They're doing strange things.
And you can see some of those strange things up in the sky. The greenness has increased, and you now see the outlines of giant tentacles
Great.
descending from the clouds and sort of waving slowly over the observatory.
Is the center of the storm over the observatory?
Yeah.
Let's see, I think that would have been like a dead giveaway, though. Like, the center of all this happening.
Well, it's only recently.
I'm just saying. As being a sarcastic, snarky individual to the group.
what's done is done.
Granted.
As you are cruising along, you see, in fact, you're not the only ones. Another pair of cars is zooming along, and actually just kind of stopped and made sort of a cordon before the slope reaches the observatory itself. And you realize there are 4 individuals who you know. One of the cars has Mondragon and El Cadejo from the Nahuals, who are both wearing their like fancy zoot suits. Haven't quite transformed into the Were Jaguar and Dark Shadow Hound that Cadejo can become. But they are getting ready. And then next to them are Kit Kajiwara and Johnny Kappa.
Oh, wow. Bunch of familiar faces. Hey, you're the guy that I almost killed. Sorry about that, Mr. Kappa.
Kappa's like, oh, no problem.
Yeah, kind of just like shot through a glass window and just shot you in the leg. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's like water off a Kappa's back to me.
Wouldn't that kill you?
You did not kill me.
No, like, wouldn't that kill you if you like lose the water in your head? Isn't that the whole point with the Kappas?
Okay, yeah, let's not mention that
Yeah,
one.
no, yeah.
Cool.
Got you there. Sorry. I didn't mean to spoil your surprise.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised you're here, Johnny. You tend to keep to yourself.
He's like, yeah, well, look, Miss Kajiwara here gave me the ring and said that if we didn't all work together, apparently LA and the entire world are doomed. And you know what happens if there's no world?
There's no cucumbers.
Ah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
I was gonna make a joke about that too.
And what is life without cucumbers?
Exactly. Kajiwara's like,
Pretty good.
we have
Obviously,
to.
haven't tried my cucumber dip.
For a reason, I bet. I like cucumbers.
Oh man, this is a great new character trait for Booker. Be sure to write that down your sheet somewhere. Hates
Doesn't
cucumbers. Because on if you have to make sure you have a cucumber salad you can
No
survive.
wonder, no wonder
like-
you always know where the cucumbers are.
Fucking hate those damn things. I throw them in the corner.
Your character hates cucumbers.
Yep. That's why I shot John to Kappa.
Cucumber hater shot a cucumber lover. So, yeah, Kajiwara says we have to band together. Otherwise, like the Kappa said, whole city's doomed.
I'm in. In for a penny, in for a pound.
You may be useful in helping us with our ritual.
Mondragon says, that was the plan.
Very well.
Whatever you guys need something, you let us know.
Of course.
Wanna go rob a bank?
Oh, we already did the casino. One
Yeah,
robbery,
it's like after this.
one robbery a month is enough.
Let's keep to the task at hand.
And he points to Kadejo and is like, but for him, everything is heroism. Kadejo's starting to like flex and get ready here.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Kit real quick. Miss Kajiwara, were you able to find anything that we discussed earlier? Anything that could help? And I'll call on my dad with her, just to, see if she could do it.
Okay, let's see. I think what she'll give you, this will be helpful when we're dealing with squids. She gives you one of Mina's katanas that Mina like left at her place.
Yeah, she tried to kill me with this once.
Well, maybe it'll come in handy.
So, one of Mina's katanas. Cool. I got two
We
swords.
match now.
That's true. He has another one.
Yeah, I got two swords now.
Not. Well, yeah.
Mondragon says, we really don't know what's waiting for us there at the observatory. What's the plan?
Well, it seems.
Kick ass, take names, chew bubble gum.
I believe.
Don't burn the place down. As I
do
look
you-
at Azra.
What you all can do is basically keep what is coming at us away from myself and Azra as we sort of prepare ourselves for what we need to do in order to banish them.
Mondragon says, just keep them away from you. All right,
Yes.
got it. Okay, and he starts to like transform, getting his jaguar claws, fur sprouting to life against his zoot suit. Let's do this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's go.
So the plan is everyone holds them off while we do whatever it is we do.
Yeah.
I am not exactly sure how this works.
Nor
You
are
better
we.
figure it out quickly.
Now the question is, I guess we're all hopping back in the car, heading towards the mountain. As in Rick, do you guys need that crystal? Didn't they have a crystal?
Crystal.
Which crystal?
The one that didn't they have a crystal or something for the clip off the last episode? Wasn't there something like a physical object they were using as a focus? I feel like there was mention of something like that.
Maybe like the first arc when the Clipoth first appeared.
But no, but there's something in the cove that Icky Monday told me about. I feel like he mentioned something. I could be wrong though.
I
didn't
mean,
write
he
it
told you to go to Coral Cove to get a better look at him, but that was kind of like a trap.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't think we actually found anything in there.
No.
I feel like there's mention of something though, but
No, it was just sort of their way of trying to get
Okay.
rid of you.
Um,
All right, so
do you need anything of them? Like, do you need something from the clip off or something? To
maybe, but I believe one way that we may be able to delay them is to banish the squids and see what
what they have done so far.
Can I hop on the radio and try to contact Parker?
Okay. I mean, you'll be able to get through it. Maybe if you want to like request something, you might
So
use
I'll
the
try
streets.
to request something very specific from the lockup.
Okay, I like that.
So would I do hit the streets?
Yeah, the streets with mortality.
Cool. I'm gonna roll with +1 because I can do that. Actually, no, I didn't.
Maybe
do that
let
one.
me know what you're asking for.
Sorry, no.
'cause-
Yeah, so I'm asking because in lockup there is an old book bound in human skin that was taken was part of a drug bust back in the 30s. It's been kind of just sitting in lockup. It's not the one that we're thinking of, but it's
Oh,
it's
it's
a
like
secondary one. It's
Necronomicon 2?
it's basically like a lower level one, but something that may be useful and have some sort of spells that might be able to aid us in the situation that no one
Okay,
ever
maybe
wants.
think of
No one
some-
ever wants to touch.
Some magician's library of some kind. All right.
Yeah. So can I try to get that?
Like the streets for an occult tome.
Aw.
Oh dear.
Nope. Probably couldn't get. I rolled a 5 total.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mortality? And
Mortality. Though, can I do anything? Because I was trying to call in a debt with them.
no
If you're
special
calling it a
moves?
debt with Parker, that's a plus.
No, it's a +2 to persuade.
Persuade them. Yeah.
Yeah, but a debt could be like
Give you a worthy or useful gift without cost.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
that
if you
could
just
be
call
it.
in your debt.
So I'm just going to call my debt with him.
All right, he will do that.
And he's
Excellent.
still marked mortality.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I rolled then. Thank you.
All right, he'll send someone to deliver that just in time.
I'm just realizing that I don't know if Wraith actually has any knowledge of how to banish these people. So,
Well, you just did it.
Just do what I did. And just push them out.
But flying by the seat of your pants is not a great idea.
Yeah,
I
as for
don't
data,
like
too.
this idea, personally.
well, so you just sort of channeled the energy of your.
Yes, I wanted him gone. And I felt the power to do so. And I just pushed him out. I have no idea where he went, but he's not here.
That's disconcerting still.
Hmm.
That you don't know where they went.
Well,
Pretty much.
I guess we'll see what happens. It may be that.
Okay. Hey, I love when that happens.
No, well, it was
Love
more if I
seeing
was
what
thinking
happens.
of seeing if there was, if I had. I don't think I can do this because I can't exactly access my my sanctum on a whim. So I can't
Alright.
really say I can't like preemptively say that we went to my sanctum.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you could go back, but that would mean abandoning
mean-
these three.
I've
You
got
wanna
some,
try
I've got
out
some
there?
knowledge coming your way, so.
Or wait for this weird book that
we could-
I think
Book
we
are just
need
ordered
to
off
get-
of
I think we
Amazon.
need to start getting going with it, and then hopefully the book will get here in time. Because
Alrighty.
we're running low on that.
Alright. So I guess we'll.
All right, that is your choice. So, you guys, are you taking the cars? You going on foot? How are you getting to the observatory?
You were gonna roll up in the car.
I think we were open the car.
Okay, you cruise your way up, and this is what you see. The great dome of the observatory stands behind an obelisk ringed by the great scientists of ages past. What would they be thinking now as physics and science break down around them? The sky above is a noxious emerald like pea soup split with squid ink. Massive tentacles, each big enough to choke out King Kong, drift downwards towards the hill's summit. There in the field outside, Squeaky Squid and Sally Squid, surrounded by a green, smoking hole in reality, or in front of it, a green smoking hole in reality. Sally bears a bowl in her hands, full of writhing, spiky flies that look composed of the flickering, dancing brown substance that makes up the background of cheapo movie theater screens. Currently, a roaring, snarling automobile is cruising over the pavement and cutting across the lawn, a gun-toting Goody Pruitt at the wheel, and a terrified Iggy Monday riding shotgun.
How she does it, I don't understand.
Squeaky stretches out his arms, now extending in size and length to greet her. It promises to be the showdown of the century. Alright, so I won't make you roll initiative just yet, but we're getting there.
Alrighty.
I will give you guys a chance to kind of maybe position yourselves, do something to stop or assist what Goody Pruitt is doing, which seems to be to drive her car while She is like a Tommy gun, just kind of wedged, you know, in the door and the window, just like firing at the squids as she's roaring her way across the lawn.
Man, why do the two mortal women have the exact same goddamn idea? Everyone out of the car.
All right.
I'll sit here. It's fine.
You sure? Hop in the front seat, put a seatbelt on.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, don't put a seatbelt on because I'm gonna hop out as soon as we get close.
That's fine.
And I'm just gonna gun the accelerator towards them
Yeah.
All right.
Just in
as soon as
case-
they're out of the car.
Can we hit them with the car?
This car is
That's what I'm doing.
It's an old police car, right?
It's a
So it's
souped
got-
up police car.
So it's got running boards.
Oh yeah.
So
Pretty much all cars have running
he'll be
boards.
preemptively on the he'll get out of the car as you said, but grab onto the side and be on the running board.
Yep, I'm going to drive my car into them. I don't try to do any damage to them. I just want to disrupt their ritual. That's all I'm aiming for.
Okay.
I want to cause some mayhem before this all begins and goes down.
All right. Well, if you do that, let me have you roll for that.
What should I roll? Mislead, distract, or trick?
Yes.
That's a 12.
Oh, man. Which,
I'm going
who are you
to
picking? Yeah, with that 12.
create an opportunity. That opportunity being that they're going to be their ritual, whatever it is going to be disrupted. I'm going to expose a weakness or flaw. Actually, I'm trying to think how to justify that one. I'm gonna confuse it for some time, obviously. That's maybe one. And then I guess I'm going to avoid further entanglement by leaping out of the car as soon as I get within close enough range. The car can just sail towards them.
Okay, I like
I'm gonna
it.
use the shotgun to hold down the accelerator and hop out. It's not ammo anyways.
All right. Your car kind of cuts ahead of Goody Pruitt, smashes into Sammy Squid. What is what's Ray's kind of opening move?
Basically,
here?
on the drive up, I was channeling and ended up having to mark corruption and getting another level of corruption. So I
Ooh.
now have warding. So basically, I'm going to get out of the car, set up the cauldron, and then set up a ward around myself. Basically, what warding does is I mark corruption to make a magical ward the size of a small room. The ward lasts for a month and a day, or until I release it. So basically, it's warding off against any sort of entanglements that may happen while the ritual is happening.
All right. What is Max doing?
Going along with the momentum caused by the car crashing into. You were aiming at
I was aiming for the ritual. I wasn't aiming to do damage.
for the ritual,
Yeah.
and you said that the ritual where the two was Squeaky and Sally
Yeah.
right there. He's going to, as the car crashes, he leaps from it and is going to engage, attacking Squeaky with the. Well, I did the ice one last time, so he'll use me in his katana. So that'll be his opening.
All right. Swords over axes.
Mm-hmm. And that will be a 10.
Whoa.
So
All right. Taking something or inflicting harm?
I will be. Well, does he have anything to take?
Squeaky. I mean, not really, but it could be something metaphorical or figurative. His confidence, his sense of style. I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna take one of his legs. So let me inflicting the harm and taking
Okay.
one of his cartoon legs.
I will say you don't
Or at
totally
least-
deleg him, but you do.
No. Yeah, just one column.
You render his leg useless. It doesn't quite come
There,
off.
his mode of quickly getting away.
Yes.
There we go.
You slide the sword in it like the blade cuts through. It gets about. You could see on the camera. I'm pointing to my leg in this grate, and you can't even see it. You got a table here. I'll just imagine my arm is the leg. It gets about halfway through, and it gets like stuck, and it's like cutting through tar. And tar is what leaks out of the wound. There's this black viscous goo coming out of this apparently, but now definitely not human, this mascot suit. Squeaky stumbles back, writhes, his tentacles flailing in the air. Azra, what are you doing for kind of your opening move here?
Right, so I'm going to use the distraction of the car to use among the sheep and try to position myself, like position the squids between Rafe and myself so we can hit them back to front, you know, channel our powers to them in the middle.
Oh, okay. Are you like blending in with the statues that are in the observatory?
Oh, yes.
You go next to like James Dean and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
it's me, rebel without a cause. I don't know if the statue was there back in the 50s. Probably not.
That's a 10. So I get +1 to ongoing if I want to make use of my concealment, which I do.
Nice.
Whoa, alright, great opening moves. Okay, so a few things happen. The tentacle, one of the giant tentacles, rushes down, picks up the car that the Werenash that Pruitt's driving, hauls it into the air. Goody Pruitt is just like reciting Bible verses as she unloads on it. She lifts it up. Iggy Monday, terrified, wails down, "You promised you would save me!" And he is calling in a debt.
Yeah.
This is to, let me see what I have. Yeah, over here.
That's to me.
Booker.
Yeah.
I owe them a debt.
He's calling it in now. He wants you to save him. Also, I'm gonna have Max really keep your cool.
I'm going to attempt to, what is it called? Refuse to honor the debt.
Okay. I'll let you do that now before we kind of roll the initiative of the battle here.
That's a 9. Yeah. I only have 1, so I'm at a 9 currently. I'll take corruption. And technically I'm taking 2 points of corruption because I am disregarding my mortal responsibilities to deal with the supernatural.
Ah.
Oh man.
I have not gotten to a full level of corruption yet, and I'm okay with this.
Whereas I have just made
Booker is
just hit my
the
third.
Booker is the least corrupt person I've ever played.
Which is
Well,
surprising.
Yeah.
Even this guy to die seems pretty rough.
And it's pretty rough. I don't think he's gonna die though. Just like if we can deal with this, he's gonna survive, and so is Goody Pruitt. That's my bet. It's like we deal with this, they'll survive. It's a bad situation, but they're gonna come out on top no matter what. Could be
Okay.
wrong.
We will see.
Booker might
That
not
was a
feel
9.
comfortable doing that.
A 9. Okay. You are gonna take only 1 level arm, and you are flung back.
Yeah. By the way, the shield that you had gotten from Rafe is no longer active. It only lasts for the scene.
I figured.
Yeah.
You just Squeaky just like lays into you. It's like a cannonball, and you hurtle back, go flying, smash around the lawn, and kind of slide over to the edge of the observatory. You're like right near the drop off of that famous view. Okay, so now, and with that, Squeaky looks over to Sally. She starts moving in, carrying the bowl of the Clipoth, dashing her way into the observatory itself. Okay, let's have you guys roll initiative. So everybody roll a keep your cool.
Bad.
Hello.
That's pretty good.
Still probably bottom.
So anybody get a 12 or higher? 11 to 12? Whoa, alright. Rake's definitely going first. 9 to 10.
Got a 10.
Then Azra. Let's see, 8 to 7.
8.
8, okay.
8 as well, but he goes first because he actually has spirit, and I don't.
I don't have spirit either.
You don't?
No.
What?
I roll with blood.
Oh, you have blood. Yeah, my spirit's
But we've
0.
been doing 0 for the spirit, so we go at the
Yeah.
same time.
And then Booker.
Or actually, no, you have the higher dice roll. So you
I have an 8.
Then
I mean, I rolled a...
Pruitt.
Yeah.
And then the baddies. Oh, I'll say Pruitt and allies, because the other ones are there to helping you.
Yeah.
Okay, Wraith.
Alrighty. So I see her going towards the observatory. Has she reached the door, or is she inside yet?
I think she's like just at the door.
Could I use one of my channels to basically create a wall of fire? at the
Oh
door
yeah, definitely. That's a cool idea.
To sort of try and get her to stop.
I mean, I was hoping we'd have a fun climax inside of that cool, like, Foucault's pendulum and all that cool stuff in there, but that's alright. I like this wall of fire, too.
I mean, if she wants to go through the fire.
I don't know if she
Her
would. I mean,
prerogative.
she might try to risk if the battle doesn't go her way. But yeah, she like slows her suckers dig into the ground. She kind of slides to help
So
before that
basically,
inferno.
as soon as I read that up, and I'm basically just gonna set the cauldron down and start working on both the ward and the ritual.
Okay, Azra.
Seems that we will need to weaken them before we can do any banishment. Alright. And I'm going to pull out my dragon killing sword. I don't know, is there a rule with dual wielding swords? Because I also got that katana I got.
I don't think there technically is.
I mean, there's nothing in the rule book that says you can't dual
Yeah.
swords.
Exactly.
Alright, so I'm
Why don't you
dual
leash an attack and we'll see how you do? Maybe like inflict terrible harm, but you do harm from both swords.
Alright, so dual wielding swords and going after, what's her name? Squeaky? Squeaky.
Or Squeaky or Sally?
Sally!
Sally's the one who's trying to run in. She has the clip on.
Yes, don't let them escape. Okay.
Bad.
So that's a +3 because of the +1 I got. So that's an 8.
Alright, that works. Not the worst. Okay. So with an 8. First of all, terrible harm, we're taking something from her.
I'm gonna take that bowl from her.
Okay. I mean, you have like a sword in each hand. How's this working? Are you like just knocking it to the ground, or what's
I think I'll just, I don't know, flip it out of her hands, like.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Probably knock it into the air.
So the bowl is currently sailing through the air.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
And I think it still does damage for a sword. It's 3 harm.
Okay. I'll say just do the 3 harm.
Yep. And also, bad things happen to me.
Yes. I believe.
But they inflict harm, or you are in a bad spot. Which one of those two?
Do I choose?
Think so?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you choose one.
Yeah.
I choose one. Alright. Don't inflict harm on me.
Alright, I'll see you take 1 level of harm as she fights back.
Alright.
With a swift punch to the chest, you can feel her essence slipping into you, getting into your cracks. And yeah, it's hurting you.
Did I come at her without concern for my own well-being?
I don't know. Did you?
I don't really have much concern for myself.
So probably not.
So,
I know I don't really see Azra as a very cautious guy, so probably
Why
not.
does that give you a plus?
Yes, it gets me +1 armor.
oh, nice.
Okay, that was Azra. Next up is Max.
So it gets them to give it harm.
Well, going into battle, we'll roll my vigilante move, which is a 14. But anyway, it's on a 10 plus. I hold 3, so
Nice.
spend 1 for 1.
Okay. Oh, and Max.
Yes.
As you're doing this, you actually hear a voice in your head. A familiar voice. It is that Atlantean princess.
And what does she say?
She's like, well, Max, old buddy, you got a moment to spare. Come on down to the observation deck. We got a little business to discuss before things progress any further. I know my timing's bad, but
Terrible timing.
Well, I'll go ahead and spend 1 of those. And as you said, he went mysteriously close to the edge there. He will drop off the edge and use cross the distance to any character outside my reach before they can react. So while she's still thinking it, he appears.
all right. As she's saying, like, I know my timing's oh,
You were here. Okay.
well, there you are. She has like a cigarette holder, and she's just kind of smoking. She's watching this whole scene. And next to her is Captain Halloran. She's like, I believe you know our good police captain.
I do.
We got something of a proposition for you. Now, you're...
He has a proposition for my proposition.
Well, I suppose we both do. So you're building something. You've already built it. The clan. Oh, did we ever give you a name for it? The vampire clan that you created?
No, it's still a work in progress.
Okay. I need that name because I'm going to be a big player in the world here, so...
I'll get it for you by the end of the session.
All right, sounds good. They're mentioned in the they're gonna be in the next arc, I think. They're mentioned in the just Max King's unnamed vampire project.
Untitled Vampire Project.
Untitled vampire project.
This is have the Litchfield Society too.
Oh yes, of course. So we have all these
There's a lot of
different.
different factions existing in here.
Oh yeah, and the next one there's also going to be an Ordo Sanguis.
Yeah.
That is true. Some old faction coming back for the Belfast one. We'll get to that all at the end. A little
I'd be
preview.
very, very, into my own name and just call him the Kingsman. But
Oh, that's really
Yes.
cool. The Kingsman.
Kingsman.
That's a good one.
not to be infringing upon.
Well, just Kingmen.
No,
Just the
yeah.
Kingmen.
The Kingman, yeah. I mean, we all know those. Who's the guy who makes those?
It's like a knockoff X-Men. The
Yeah,
Kingmen.
Matthew
Well, there was,
Vaughn, or what's the guy's name?
No,
Anyway,
there's an actual comic.
Yeah, the Kingsman.
The Kingsman was.
Yeah, it was, like, inspired by the
inspired
comic.
by the comic, yeah.
By Mark Millar.
Yes.
okay. Oh, all right. Well, I don't want to hear from his lawyers.
Yes.
So
I think he's a
well,
pretty decent person.
We'll call it a parody.
Yeah.
I guess so. Let's not have Colin Firth or whatever show up.
Twice.
Yeah. Anyhow, okay, so Hill says, I've done a little bit of research into those Cliphoth. Let me just say I've been alive long enough. I know. I've had the time. So if you and Halloran here are going to build something, and Halloran definitely wants in. He wants to run, I'll say, the diurnal side of the operations, while you handle the nocturnal. And of course, I handle that by your side. If you want to do that, the Cliphoth might be a resource we could rely on. So if you could find some way to either maybe bring them into you, or cage them up and hand them over to me, could give us a lot of power. Let us start the game with a fine hand of cards. You understand, darling?
Yes, I do.
And Halloran's like, I'll leave it up to you, boyo, but of course, our little arrangement, I'm not sure as if it's well, let's call it a democracy. And you know that my vote is always for power, so I say you take it.
Point taken.
All right, well, go enjoy yourself. And once again, I apologize about sick and cuddly fish on you. And turned a little pirate there at the end. I was simply trying to test the mettle of the man, let's say.
And seeing as though I took it down, you understand that.
Oh, you passed with flying colors.
All right.
All right, so maybe I'll let you do like one thing as you like dash back up to the main battle.
All right. Well, he will just come back into the scene, sword blazing still, with nobody the wiser of his side conversation.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Okay. And since I spent one, I'm not going to go ahead and spend. I'll wait until the next round to spend that, and I'll just unleash a regular attack.
Okay, are on Squeaky or Sally? They are
Squeaky.
both. Okay, Squeaky hasn't been hit at all. So what'd you do there?
Well, that's Squeaky's who I attacked in the first place.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he did take some
Yeah,
damage.
so it's going to be a 10.
Okay. Whoa. I remember last time you stabbed, you got him in the leg pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going for leg again?
He's
or-
just going to inflict some terrible harm.
Ooh. All right. What's the total there?
So that will be, with the sword, that's 3, so 4.
Squeaky looking a lot worse. That costume's starting to come apart. That goo is just raining out, dripping all over the stones and the grass of the observatory. Not looking so pretty. All right, what is Booker doing?
I am taking a swill of that good old Howler brand moonshine.
Oh, yes.
I have no idea what it does. I didn't ask anyone. He's like, I need something to drink right now.
Hey, it's the best time.
Mmm.
What are you rolling?
Spirit.
Oh,
No.
That's a 5.
All right, you want to read off the?
I become an uncontrollable animal.
Great.
Animal monstrosity. You will attack enemies and friends without respite or thought until the scene ends or until another character calms you down. Then to use a power of their own, roll to lend a hand or cash in a debt. Only if this happens will you remember yourself and you'll. Then you still have the hangover. So I'm not coming out of this peachy. So I guess.
You know,
I'm gonna roll a die on this.
Okay, I was gonna have you attack Azra. I think he was the closest, but.
Technically, the closest would be the person who's in a warded area.
Oh, you're right. All right.
Seven
Well, yeah.
minutes
Let's
in
I
the
have
thought you rolled out of the car next to.
That's what I did.
So
Well, I don't know how close I was to that situation.
All right. I'll tell you what. 1 is Squeaky, 2 is Azra, 3 is Wraith. Oh no, sorry. 3 is Max, 4 is Wraith, 5 are, and then I'm gonna say some of the other people who were there. 5 is Johnny Kappa, 6 is El Kadeja.
Oh God.
So somebody's getting hit.
Your poor allies.
Oh, Kappa.
Poor Johnny Kappa.
Oh, Johnny.
I just wanted you to
Oh, Johnny.
Johnny Kappa was charging his way across the lawn when suddenly you turn into a werewolf. He is a second of confusion. I think everybody does. Then you launch yourself with Johnny Kappa and you both crash over the grass. You smash the obelisk of the center, stones flying everywhere, and you are just, your claws are coming down, tearing into poor Johnny Kappa's scaly hide.
Twice I've hurt him without provocation.
Fucking cucumbers.
I shoved him through a plain glass window, and then I jumped him as a werewolf.
Oh, Johnny.
Poor
All
bastard.
right, so
And in Shanghai, I altered his memories.
Johnny Kappa is the most abused poor guy.
I'm not trying to. It's a dice roll.
All right, so now it's your allies'
He's not
turn.
had a good life.
It's not.
Goody Pruitt kicks Monday out of the car. He's starting to fall down. She's like, "One of you, catch him!"
Jeez.
Good call.
Then, and she just like reloads the Tommy gun as the tentacle is bearing her further up. The Werenash is just roaring. Its tire is spinning, cutting into the tentacle. And she's like, "I'm going to ride this cursed chariot to the throne of heaven." Kit is attacking you, Booker. I want you to roll a keep your cool.
Who is attacking me?
Kit Kajiwar trying to save.
Yeah, I imagine it's a roll.
trying to save Johnny Kappa. She's gone to
4.
her. All right. Take 1 level of harm.
Yep.
She goes into her like white wolf, the 9-tailed wolf, or not wolf, fox form.
Yep.
And just like flies across like a great glowing 9-tailed torpedo, slams into you, gets you off a Kappa, saving you, and tosses you over into the dirt.
Okay. It's bruised.
Mondragon is gonna take up a defensive position in front of you, Wraith, in like his jaguar form. Kadejo runs over to you, Azra, and he's like in kind of a bipedal sort of luchador. He's got the mask on, but he has like this dark dog fur, claws, and you can see his face is changing under his mask. You get like the muzzle of the Kadejo itself, and he like looks over to you and he's like, "Stone Man, how about a tag team?
A tag team. I
Tag
like
me in." And you guys pound fists, and he'll like kind of attack with you.
All right.
And you might need it because now it is the squid's turn. So, when we last left that bowl of the clip-off, it was soaring across the lawn. Sally is gonna run after it to try and get it. She is moving fast enough with this like unholy speed, kind of like what Max King or other supernatural characters can do. And unless she just stops, she will catch it and keep the portal going. Squeaky is going to. He like sits up. He has a sword like in his gut, another ran through his leg. He just holds up his hands, and the giant tentacle starts slamming down on everybody. Max, I think you really keep your cool.
All right.
Yeah, man.
15.
Yeah, it
Cool has
doesn't
been
even.
kept.
How do you imagine this happening? Like a huge tentacle is coming down. How do you dodge or weather the blower? I don't know. How do you do it?
Sidestepping with the katana blocking, just using holding the katana up on his, to basically just be his elbow and use his strength to push it off
Oh man.
with a nice little clang.
All right, tentacle warded off. You don't take any damage. And then Wraith can have you roll a keep your cool.
All right.
Is the warding completed?
I will leave that up to you.
All right, maybe I'll say just to keep your cool. Maybe the warding's done. This is like just to keep your sanity together. Your focus on the spell.
Yeah, man.
10?
Nice.
Kept.
All right, pretty cool. You were holding it together. And actually, we're going to start with you.
All right. So I see Sally is heading towards the thing, and I'm going to speak her true name and inflict 3 harm. Using Upon a Pale Horse.
Whoa. Sally just faces you as you call her name. Her eyes glow. You can see veins in the costume just like flashing to light, and her bow falls off. Adding insult to injury.
I see your face.
Because of that, she stops and falls to the ground. The bowl lands in front of her with the clip-off still swirling around inside. Azra.
That bowl. That might be the most important thing to get rid of right now. So I'm going to try and jump and smash the bowl. Like land on top of it.
All right, atomic elbow.
Yes. Actually, wait, yeah. What was his name?
Kadejo?
I keep forgetting everyone's names sometimes.
okay.
But
Kadejo?
I'm going to go tag team me, Kadejo. We're going to smash that bowl.
Okay, he'll like assist you with this, so he'll give you like a +1 for it.
Alright. And I'm going to tear it down.
Oh, jeez.
That's a lot.
That's a number.
That's a number.
So +3 altogether, that is a 13.
Okay, the bowl's destroyed.
Yeah, people's elbow and everything.
The clip-off, 2 of them, I guess, ran down together, smashing this metal bowl apart. And the clip-off start spilling out, spinning around, making this crazy blizzard. You hear Kajiwara call out to you, Wraith, like, "Finish the spell! Stop this!" And Max.
I will spend my other 1 for 1 and cross the distance to the Quiploth.
Are you going to try and absorb them inside yourself?
I am going to. Well, I only have to mark corruption if they don't agree, but seeing as though they are just there, he will try to feed on them. Again, he only has to mark corruption if they are not willing participants. So
Alright, I mean, they don't really have, like, consciousness.
they can't,
Okay, I'll allow it.
and that'll be a 11.
Alright, well, good news, the clip-off is gone. Bad news, they're in Max.
Can I attempt to?
You want to try and stop this?
Yeah.
I learned a secret though.
I want to attempt to interfere.
I don't think
and
what
my
secret
wolf
this
form.
these weird, like, eldritch, outer-dimensional beings would have. That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you try and interfere.
Roll +9, right? For
Yeah, and you're still in werewolf form, too.
Yep.
So how does this, well, let me ask you this. Like, what does it look like?
As soon as being attacked by the 9-tailed fox, I just throw her off, and I see someone running, and I just immediately go for them and just tackle them towards the edge of the hill.
Alright, how do you do?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so, to hinder...
And I level up.
Well, even if you
it's
hinder,
So
it,
I get
take
you
a-
-2.
-2.
which is still
Because you rolled an 11, right?
Yeah.
So move you down to a 9.
so. Yeah, I
still
pick 2
succeeds,
instead of
yeah.
pick 3.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
So I
So
still
which-
succeed.
Alright, so which 2 are you picking there?
Well, I will heal 1 harm, because why not? And I'll learn the secret about them.
I would say the secret you learn is that you learn how to sort of channel and control them.
Okay.
Temporarily, at least. So your own power is vastly increased, but this is definitely like a One Ring situation. where it will end up corrupting and destroying you at some point.
So don't keep it.
Yeah. A mortal form, like, when Goody Pruitt absorbed them, became the angel. That left her, like, it made her immortal, but it was like in this weird, inhuman, barely conscious, just a vessel kind of thing. With you, you're going to be conscious, but it will wear away at you just like it did with her.
Okay.
But yeah, you're like full with this.
And you're chewing on me?
I just tackled you, yeah. I don't say chewing, but I tackled you.
You still managed to take the Klepoth. Okay, so Kajiwara calls out like, so as they're going, as the Klepoth are stopped, the portal starts to crackle with energy and starts to fade away. Kajiwara's like, now is our chance. Banish the squids too. And be done with this forever. And it is now Booker's turn.
I guess I'm attacking. I don't know who, but I'm doing something.
All right, I'll roll that d6 again.
Can I cash in my debt to since she's on
Oh,
me?
yeah,
To calm her
actually.
the hell down?
Yeah, that's
like,
fine.
You already got me. I'm on your side. Like, just grab the the neck and just, I'm on your team.
All right, you catch
Same team. I'm going to cash in one of my debts.
So, you cash in the debt, and that is able to pierce through
And
the
your
drunken...
mortality?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Also, thank you because you got me the level up.
and you just got me to level up, so I guess we're good.
That pierces through the drunken werewolf haze. The fur sinks back into your skin. You are disheveled and feeling very hungover. But you are back to your normal self, Booker.
Do I see Iggy Monday falling?
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to catch them.
Okay, roll it, keep your cool.
Yeah. Just like, fuck. See someone falling. As expected, a 5.
Nah.
I don't keep my cool.
No.
I'm very drunk.
I would say that I can help to try and get it back up, but I'm sort of busy.
Yeah.
So.
You miss Monday.
Yep.
Or you're not even, like, you don't really get much of a chance to it.
Yeah,
He
I'm just stumbling in that direction.
He smashes down. He doesn't die. It wasn't that far. However, again, that generation, sort of the Generation Shadow hero tradition, he lands in his arms. And he breaks his drawing hands.
It is perfect.
My hands! Just
So-
don't make a deal with the devil for them.
His animation career, probably over.
Yeah, I'm just vomiting on the ground now.
And Monday just looks over at you at Booker over, like, the wreck of his hands, and he's like, you promised.
I'm not paying attention. My mind is in a haze.
Well, you might hear from him a little bit
Yeah, I'm
later
sure
how
I will.
sad he is. All right, I will say so. Pruitt, she's still up there. She's like, she's starting to like come out of the car now, or she's gonna like try and maneuver the car to drive down the tentacle, ripping its way through because she doesn't want to die from this humongous fall as well.
I thought she's gonna go to heaven in this cursed chariot.
She did say that.
Yeah, you're right.
She's going down with a ship.
She's riding it on. She's just pulled out another gun, like a shotgun of some kind, and is firing that one as she's driving further up into the clouds.
I want to see art of this.
It is pretty amazing. Werewolf car, Puritan gun woman being lifted up by a giant tentacle over the observatory.
Just splashing against the side of a panel van.
I'm gonna say Mondragon runs over to you and like going to help. Kajiwara's getting the wounded Johnny Kappa to safety.
Please, that poor man has suffered enough.
Yeah.
And Kadejo is like facing you and he's like, alright, Stone Man, let's finish this.
Yes. And we do like a little bro shake.
Yeah, very Predator. Very cool. Alright, so the squids, their portal's starting to close. They're realizing the game is up, so it's time for them to start, like, retreating. Sally is just, like, dashing away, running for the hill to jump off. Squeaky's calling after her in their own weird squid language, but Sally doesn't care. She's not listening. It's definitely in every squid for themselves as she's trying to escape. Squeaky's trying to, but he is like, his leg got nearly cut off by a sword, so his mobility is hampered. Alright, Wraith, it is your turn.
Alright, let's do this. Finish up this thing. Aw, only a 10.
Only a 10. Oh, what are you trying to do there?
I figured it would be a let it out to finish the ritual and sort of, since it's not really, unless you want to sort of like phrase it in a different way. So, but.
Okay, no, I think let it out works.
Okay. So yeah, with that 10, I'm definitely taking definite hold of them since they are vulnerable, and then.
Is this both squids, or?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can.
I'll let you do one.
Okay. I guess since Sally is attempting to flee and is faster, I'll go with Sally first. So basically, and I'll ignore the corruption. So basically, a giant like hole of darkness and flames just pops out like from under her, and she just falls into it.
Whoa, alright. She's definitely trapped in that. Alright, Azra.
Alright, I'm going for Squeaky then. And I'm gonna throw him into that same hole. There we go. Let's see, smash through. Yeah, I'm gonna use tear it down. Again, I'm just gonna go grab him and then just chuck him.
Alright, you can sort of see that applying to this.
My bad.
And that's the box cars of two
Whoa, what do you know? That's
double sixes.
14.
That's a 14.
We'll just roll super high. Alright, Squeaky is in the hole. You just, are you like carrying him over your shoulder, you and Kadejo, or are you just like chucking
Yes. Yes, I say we're going to tag team him. So, Kadejo, pass him to me. And he just grabs him, chucks him, I jump, and just
Just slam dunk.
slam him in there.
Yeah, you slam dunk him right into that fiery hole. They're both totally trapped in there. Alright, Max. Oh, and Max, because you have the Clipoth in you, you could even banish them now. You've kind of control over, like, dimensional portals. You want to try and throw them back to their home dimension.
Sure. I have one more hold, so I can just... It says kill, disable, or disarm, so if you allow me to use that disable as getting them through that portal, then that's
Alright.
what
To banish.
he'll banish them. So he'll just push forward and much... Not like he did with the palm out, but he'll just channel it out and let the energy flow from him and into the portal and
Alright.
inside the fiery.
Yeah, basically as soon as they're gone, the hole closes.
Okay, and with that, the squids are gone. And peace returns to LA. Up above, Goody Pruitt and the tentacles have disappeared.
Is there any last thing Booker wants to do?
I'm fucking drunk off my ass, but I want to attempt. Yeah, hungover. I want to attempt to what's the move? Figure someone out. Max.
Ah, okay.
For a total of 9. So it gives me 2 questions.
Alright, you can ask him.
Max, who's pulling your character strings right now?
I am. Oh, there's somebody thinking that they are.
I mean, and that's why I'm trying to get like, why did you grab these things when our plan was trying to get rid of them?
I am going to get rid of them.
Okay. What's your character trying to hope to get from Halloran?
His death.
Cool.
And technically,
Same board there.
He has a hold on you as well
Ooh.
Yeah, and you have a hold on me if you want to ask a question.
from the list.
What's
Figure someone
Oh yeah, you can ask a question of him.
I know.
What does your character worry might happen?
The innocent mortals are gonna get hurt.
Well, Mortal's gonna get hurt, but he's not gonna.
No, not him.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the city. I'm talking about humans in general. Like that's my concern. Are people gonna get hurt? Whatever you're
No.
planning. That's my concern.
Oh, all right,
And
interesting.
here's some more hair of the dog.
I'm fine.
No.
No,
That's the best way to get
No,
out of
I
it.
am swearing off alcohol from this point.
You're swearing off
Okay.
alcohol.
I'm done.
Wow, Booker's gonna get to go to a meeting, and
Yeah, Booker's done. After that, she's like, I'm not gonna fucking drink any alcohol anymore. Especially
Love it.
where that's alcohol to find in the back of a freaking werewolf car.
the first step is admitting you have a problem.
Yes. Yes, Booker has several.
All right, is there anything else he wants to do before the scene kind of closes?
We have won, my friends.
No, this is weird.
It's the sky start turning back to normal. This
Yes.
is story.
Once again, going to a nice LA sunset.
It's kind of a
I
brownish.
will say, Wraith,
Mm-hmm.
you noticed like when you're doing this this last magic,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel the magic is starting to leave you.
Okay.
It's starting to drift away. So the energy, like Elia was sort of on the back of the squid's play.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't, it's drifting away and vanishing.
Hmm.
You may be able to recapture some of it in some manner, but the powers you
Well,
once held.
I will say, I don't know if, I guess, so what you're saying is Belial had a hold of part of my abilities, but
Yes.
basically my abilities originally came from Yama.
Okay, yeah, so the Belial part is going away. So some of your magic remains.
It's just not as powerful,
Mm-hmm.
put it that way. Okay.
All right. And I think with that, with you guys all together looking over the sunset, and with Max plotting something for the future, we'll bring this mini-series to a close. So,
Yeah, we won.
Yeah. Surprisingly, none of us died in
did
that one.
we? I definitely want to see more of these characters in the future. And before I start talking about what our next arc will be, let's kind of go around and let me know what you think will happen to them as the 1950s go on and we enter the new age of the 1960s and 70s. So, we'll start with Booker. Now sober.
Yeah, so Jessie Booker Fontaine. She goes by. She just goes by Fontaine now. She's kind of dropped the whole police nickname. She's kind of done with it, especially after seeing Halloran being Halloran. She just stays in LA. She gets clean and sober. And she just does what she does best. Investigates and try to keep the mortals away. Try to keep the supernatural away from the mortals and the mortals away from the supernatural. By any means necessary. So oftentimes she'll turn mole for Minnie the Mole for his rag, because I think there's some value
Keeping
in
that
it.
relationship going.
Yeah, there's some value there. She thinks. And is it the 70s? She's approached by a former associate of hers. Was it the 70s or the 60s?
Well, the late 60s was the one we
Late
already
60s.
did, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
in the late 60s, she's approached by a individual calling themselves Shin for some information, which she readily knows because she's also been investigating Gigi Gask and keeping tabs on him, hoping to finally bring him to some sort of justice after what happened in LA.
Watch our 1969 one-shot for more information on that.
Yeah, see what happens to him.
All right, awesome. Definitely think that's a good future. Booker is still walking those mean streets.
Yep.
How about Wraith?
Definitely after sort of his stint with, after realizing that Belial no longer has any influence over him, he's definitely relieved with that. And sort of he goes into sort of a bit of seclusion. He does find Wanda and imparts some of his knowledge to her, and actually ends up giving her his sanctum.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which he actually ended up like throughout his life. He actually he moved it to Shangri-La.
Oh, I see. So he did kind of find some peace towards the end, as well as getting to
Yeah,
the
that's
princess.
why it was so hard for him to get to it.
And I just realized I named a female wizard Wanda. That was not intentional. I just figured it out. I was like, I'm so clever.
Right. Yeah. And then basically, I think he does. Yama does contact him about his banishing to eldritch entities into his world. So he does. I technically don't have like enough advances on my character sheet to change my archetype. But
All right, but we'll say this in the future. So
yeah. So he may come back as a tainted.
Ooh,
So doing work for
I like
Yama.
that. Yeah, I was imagining him being like a veteran or something like that. But tainted sounds is a good choice.
He and Shem get along very, very similarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also an agent of Yama.
Yeah. So
All right, cool. How about Max and his new vampire kingdom?
Well, Max will simply name them the Kingsmen because he is that brazen, I guess.
Vain,
Vain. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you.
not artery.
Yes. And when it comes time to dealing with Halloran, he'll explain that wherever there's somebody that's power hungry, there's always a second in command who's been treated just as badly by the person who is power hungry, and they're not just as, but probably more power hungry. And with that, he will reveal that he already turned his Halloran's second in command, and that Halloran works for Max. Period. It's not Halloran's men. It's King's men,
Ooh.
and that his own men are going to keep him in check because he turned half of them, and he's not going to tell them which half. And then as far as he goes, he'll probably just embrace the 1950s life of getting rich by smuggling, using his
Yes,
vampire
international
clan to
connections.
pretty much just build a nice mass of wealth for himself, while publicly just being a face of his clubs and expanding to different parts of the country, or different
okay.
parts of the countries. 'Cause he's-
Yeah.
Yes.
I can definitely see that becoming like a big arrival to Ordo Sanguis.
But yes, as far as the princess for Virginia Hill, I don't know if she said she wanted to keep the power of the. I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce it. The Quipoff.
The clip off, yeah. Well,
The
she
clip
wants
off?
it. I mean, she just wants it on her side. So
So he will he will give some of that essence to her, and he's hoping that in giving part of the essence to her, not only is he making it square between him and her, since he made her a vampire against her wishes, but also hoping that it dilutes it enough that what he keeps behind he can actually control, as opposed to having it control him.
whoa, hey, nothing like giving an immortal Atlantean vampire princess some unholy interdimensional entity to possess her. Yeah, great idea.
Hey, just
No, I love it. This
only
is-
half. Only half.
No, this is like I can already see how this will come into play down the line. I think you guys will. This will not be the last you see of Virginia Hill. So, very cool there. And then how about Azra and maybe Baby Merle?
About the baby Merle. After that incident with Gaskins, I realized that he's just going to keep getting into trouble with this. Someone is always going to be after him. So if I want to do this right, and make sure he doesn't follow the corrupt ways of his previous life, I have to pick a great place to raise him. And so I too will go on to Shangri-La. And hopefully raise Merle into being a dragon that values good.
Oh man, I love it.
And also, I would like to find out some more of my origins, since I do come from this place. Which
Whoa.
brings into question, if I come from here, and it was built to protect a village. And I know who my creator is, so for what purpose did he really make me for? As the scene flies off into a wealthy loft in New York, as Montolio Igantri drinks his morning tea. Never keep all your eggs in one basket, kids.
Ooh, so Igatre was responsible for the creation of Azra. Interesting. All right, well, I do think a lot of these characters will make some returns. That might be a good send-off for Azra, but I don't know. I can see him coming back at some point. Leaving Shangri-La for some mission in our world. As much as I really like that happy ending for him. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Classic ending to the arc. And next week is off, and the week after that, we have 3 more before Generation Shadow is done.
Oh, wow.
I know. This has been a humongous undertaking for me. A lot.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, this went a lot longer than Generation Hero. And I'm like, I can't believe we're nearing the end of it. I mean, we still got quite a few weeks to go, but like, the end is within sight, and I'm excited. It's been a pretty epic. We went through all of horror history one nightmare at a time. But hey, you know what? We got a lot of nightmares to go.
So many nightmares.
So many nightmares.
All the nightmares.
The next one is a nightmare called The Troubles.
Yeah.
One of the most nightmarish nightmares of all. It's Belfast, 1975.
Oh.
So we're going to be revisiting some of the organizations that we did when we were in Victorian London. But now, time has shifted. It's like the 1970s. The British Empire the sun has set on them. And in poor old Belfast, maybe they don't want it to set just yet. I've been doing a lot of research. I've written out the characters and the NPCs, and I'm starting to plan the game. It's gonna be a little bit different in terms of the goal. It's gonna be an interesting one, so I'm very excited to take you all to beautiful Belfast 1 week from now.
Oh,
I'm excited.
I'm
It's going to be
excited.
so much fun.
yeah. So we are off next week. We're gonna regroup and do some
Give me some time to write here.
time to write, time to get stuff ready. Also, like for some reason, I'm trying to get the pun done well because of Max King, but you're so vain. I bet you think this regime is about you.
That works.
I thought that was pretty
Yeah,
solid.
that
That's all
sounds
that I
good.
could think about. It was like all the lineage he did was like this. It was like
Yeah.
they all think it's about them.
And in
Yeah.
the end, they're all wrong. Except for Max.
Except for Max,
That he knows.
the Kingsman.
It is all about him.
As far as you know, yeah.
All right, guys, that was really.
Empire,
I enjoyed a lot. I actually laughed out loud a few times. I don't apologize for that ever. So, but we're gonna take a week off. Come see us at our local events. Watch our VODs. Just hang out with us. Send us a message on all the formats. But until then, pull up a chair and make time to tabletop. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Oh yeah.
Avoid Cthulhu.